What's good, hoop heads? Your courtside analyst Tips and Streams is back in the game. On the slate today, breakdowns for the latest NBA matchups set to light up the hardwood. Before we tip off, make sure you slam that subscribe button on our YouTube channel to stay in the loop with all our predictions and top picks. So let's get started. The first prediction is for the matchup between the Phoenix Suns and Philadelphia 76ers. The upcoming NBA game between the Phoenix Suns and the Philadelphia 76ers on November 4th, 2023 promises to be a thrilling encounter. The 76ers are currently on a 3-game winning streak, while the Suns have lost their last 2 matches against the San Antonio Spurs. The 76ers are placed second in the Eastern Conference standings with 3 wins in 4 matches, while the Suns have managed the 11th spot in the Western Conference standings with 2 wins in 5 matches. Looking at the head-to-head stats, the Phoenix Suns have a strong record against the 76ers with 7 wins in their last 8 games. However, the 76ers have been performing well at home with 8 wins in their last 11 home games. The total has gone over in 9 of Philadelphia's last 11 games when playing at home against Phoenix. Considering the recent form and home advantage, the 76ers seem to have an edge in this game. However, the Suns' strong record against the 76ers cannot be ignored. It's going to be a close game, but given the current momentum, the 76ers might just edge out the Suns in this encounter. Play Philadelphia 76ers minus 3.5. The next prediction is for the match between Charlotte Hornets and Indiana Pacers. As the Charlotte Hornets face off against the Indiana Pacers, the stakes are high. The Hornets, despite their recent 3-game losing streak, are known for their resilience and have a history of bouncing back. Their key player, LaMelo Ball, has been putting up impressive numbers and could be a game changer in this matchup. On the other hand, the Pacers have been showing consistent performance this season with a 3-2 record. Their strong defense, led by Miles Turner, could pose a significant challenge for the Hornets. The Pacers also have the home court advantage, which could tilt the scales in their favor. The Hornets have been struggling on the road, and this game being an away game could add to their challenges. However, they have previously performed well as underdogs against the Pacers, which adds an element of unpredictability to this game. Considering all these factors, the Pacers seem to have a slight edge in this matchup. However, the Hornets' potential for an upset cannot be discounted. The game is likely to be closely contested, with the Pacers predicted to edge out a victory. Play Indiana Pacers minus 3.5. The next prediction is for the match between Atlanta Hawks and New Orleans Pelicans. The Atlanta Hawks are flying high, looking to extend their winning streak as they swoop into the Smoothie King Center to face the New Orleans Pelicans. The Hawks, led by the dynamic duo of Trae Young and DeJounte Murray, have been lighting up the scoreboard with their high-octane offense. They've been pushing the tempo, ranking 4th in pace, and their scoring prowess has them sitting second in points right after the Boston Celtics. On the other side of the court, the Pelicans have been showing their defensive prowess. Currently ranking 7th in the league in defensive efficiency, they've been holding their own, even without the services of their starting forwards, Zion Williamson and Brandon Ingram. The Pelicans' defense will be put to the test against the Hawks' fast-paced offense. The Hawks have a slight edge in the all-time regular season series, owning a 22-21 advantage. However, the Pelicans managed to secure a 116-107 home win in their most recent matchup. The Pelicans will be looking to repeat that performance, but the Hawks are on a roll and will be a tough team to beat. Given the Hawks' current form and their high-scoring offense, they seem to have the upper hand in this matchup. The Pelicans will put up a fight, but the Hawks' offensive firepower might just be too much for them to handle. Play Atlanta Hawks +3. The next prediction is for the match between Los Angeles Lakers and Orlando Magic. The Los Angeles Lakers are set to face off against the Orlando Magic. Both teams are currently holding a 3-2 record, making this a crucial game for both sides. The Lakers are favored by 3.5 points against the Magic, with the game's point total set at 218. The Lakers have been performing well offensively, averaging 114.0 points per game, which is the 15th best in the league. However, they are surrendering 114.8 points per contest, which is something they need to work on. On the other hand, the Magic are struggling offensively, ranking just 25th in offensive rating. In terms of injuries, the Lakers have 3 players out and 2 questionable to play. The Magic will be without Wendell Carter Jr. And possibly Markelle Fultz and Gary Harris, which could impact their performance. Looking at the head-to-head record, the Lakers have had the upper hand in recent meetings. In their last encounter, the Lakers shot 53.2% from the field and held the Magic to 40.0%, outscoring them 54-44 in the paint. Given these factors, the prediction is that the Lakers will not only win, but also cover the spread in this matchup. So play Los Angeles Lakers minus 3.5. The next prediction is for the match between Boston Celtics and Brooklyn Nets. The Boston Celtics are set to clash with the Brooklyn. Both teams have been performing well this season, with the Celtics boasting an impressive 4-0 record and the Nets holding a 2-2 record. The Celtics have been on fire offensively, ranking first in the league for points per game this season. Their dynamic duo, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, have been leading the charge, averaging 29.8 and 22.5 points per game, respectively. This is end of back-to-back for Brooklyn compared to the Celtics. The Nets have demonstrated their defensive prowess, ranking 30th in the league for forcing opponent turnovers per game and tied for 29th for steals per game. The Nets will need to step up their defensive game to counter the Celtics' high-scoring offense. In their head-to-head matchups, the Celtics have had the upper hand in recent meetings. However, the Nets managed to secure a close 109-107 road win in their most recent encounter. The Nets will be looking to repeat that performance, but the Celtics are on a roll and will be a tough team to beat. Considering the Celtics' current form and their high-scoring offense, they seem to have the upper hand in this matchup. The Nets will put up a fight, but the Celtics' offensive firepower might just be too much for them to handle. Play Boston Celtics 8.5. The next prediction is for the match between Sacramento Kings and Houston Rockets. The Sacramento Kings are heading into this game with a 2-2 record, while the Houston Rockets are at 1-3. The Kings have been shooting 33.9% from beyond the arc and 75% from the free throw line, while allowing 36% shooting from deep and grabbing 45.3 rebounds per game. The Kings have also won each of their last 8 night games against the Rockets and have covered the spread in 9 of their last 10 games as favorites following a loss. On the other hand, the Rockets have been struggling with defense, conceding over 116 points per game. They rank 30th in the league for rebounds per game this season and rebound percentage this season. However, the Rockets have a greater veteran presence between Van Vliet, Dillon Brooks, and Jeff Green, which could be a game changer. The Kings are favored by 2.5 points against the Rockets, with the matchup's point total set at 221.5. The Kings have emerged victorious in the last 7 matchups between these two teams. However, the Kings will be without their best player, De'Aaron Fox, due to an ankle injury which could tip the scales in favor of the Rockets. Considering all these factors, the game is likely to be a close one, but the Kings' recent form and the Rockets' defensive struggles suggest that the Kings have the edge. The prediction stands as follows: favor the Sacramento Kings to win the game, with the Houston Rockets expected to cover the spread at minus 3.5. The next prediction is for the match between Utah Jazz and Minnesota Timberwolves. The Utah Jazz are hitting the road, facing off against the Minnesota Timberwolves at the Target Center. The Jazz have been struggling recently, losing 3 of their last 4 games, and they're yet to secure a win on the road this season. On the other hand, the Timberwolves are coming off a solid win over the Denver Nuggets, showing off their defensive prowess by holding the Nuggets to under 40% shooting. The Timberwolves have been strong at home, with both of their wins this season coming on their home court. Last season, these teams split their series, with each team winning twice on the road. However, the Timberwolves have the momentum this time, coming off an impressive win, while the Jazz are trying to shake off a losing streak. The Timberwolves are entering this game as a 7.5-point favorite, with the total sitting at 225.5. Considering the Timberwolves' home advantage and the Jazz's recent form, the Timberwolves seem to have the upper hand in this matchup. The Jazz will put up a fight, but the Timberwolves' solid defense and home court advantage might just be too much for them to handle. Play Minnesota Timberwolves minus 7.5. The next prediction is for the match between Chicago Bulls and Denver Nuggets. Saturday night's clash at Ball Arena is shaping up to be a duel of disparity, with the Denver Nuggets hosting the Chicago Bulls. The Nuggets are steaming with a sizzling 51% shooting accuracy that tops the league charts, while the Bulls have been butterfingered, leading in turnovers at a scant 12.3 per game. Despite the Bulls' prowess in pilfering possessions, snatching a mere 5.5 steals per game, their hooves seem to be slipping on the hardwood with a lackluster start to the season. The Bulls' injury woes continue as Ayo Dosunmu sits out, leaving their herd a step slow, especially on the second night of a back-to-back where they've been less than bullish, failing to cover the spread. Meanwhile, the Nuggets, anchored by the towering presence of Nikola Jokic, have fortified their fortress at home, boasting a stunning 15-1 record in their mountainous abode. With both squads feeling the fatigue of consecutive games, it's the home court advantage and the Nuggets' depth that seem poised to dictate the tempo. Denver's proficiency from the field, coupled with Chicago's recent tendency to fumble, points to the Nuggets likely covering the spread and rolling to a comfortable win against a disjointed Bulls team in need of a rally. Play Denver Nuggets minus 8 points. All right, hoopheads, that's the buzzer for today's predictions. Big thanks for rolling with us. If you're vibing with our picks, slam that subscribe button and get on board. Catch you on the court tomorrow. Peace.